Check, check. Here with my man Zoe. How
What's
we
the
feeling
word?
today,
What's
baby?
the word, my guy? How you
Yeah,
feeling, man? Great to
good. Good
see
to
you.
be here, man. How important is it for you to be at something like Bronx Summit today?
Man, we a few blocks from where I grew up, so to me this is super important. The opportunity to be here 2 years in a row, to represent Slice of Excellence, to represent the Bronx, and to represent the youth means a lot to me, man. Education is something that I really do push for and fight for, and I did it out the gate, so it's just to be here at the Bronx Summit. Shout out to Jay, shout out to Kev, live from the Bronx. The Bronx is a beautiful place, and I feel like if you never lived here, then you have no right to judge it. So I don't. If you never lived here, you're not from here. I don't really take your opinion about the Bronx serious. It
You
don't
can't.
matter. But
Yeah,
it's a beautiful place, bro, and
yeah,
it's
it
just like
is.
anywhere else. You might everybody, the average person, everybody trying to mind their business, go to work and go home. That's it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's the way I take it.
And in the last year, what's something that you've learned? Maybe two things you could think off the top that you've learned like differently in this last year that you're bringing to Slice Excellence now.
First of all, man, nothing without God works. I've learned that God has given me grace through Slice of Excellence, through feeding His children. So I think walking the path with Him, keeping my faith intact with Him, is only gonna allow me to greater serve Him at a higher level. So put God first is the first thing, and the second thing is to start everything and to finish everything that I start.
Yeah.
I'm a great starter. I'm very enthusiastic. I'm a shoot my shot, right? But are you gonna shoot again, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get your rebound and shoot again?
Yeah.
So now I'm in the process of shooting again.
Okay. And what's some of maybe two things that you could think off top that you've learned from missing the shots that make you still want to go out there and play?
Man, being a father now, what kind of world do you want to see your kids live in? The only way to make
I
change is
relate
to
to
be a
that one.
part of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
I got to be a part of it. And I'm a big complainer, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because we can only complain but so much before we got to find a solution, right? So I'm a very solution based person, very solution oriented. So I just want to make change, be a part of the solution, but also understand that you got to learn from the miss. Like, why did you miss, right? And then make adjustments.
Yeah.
So, learn from the miss and make adjustments.
Cool, man. And what do you hope to what do you hope to see happen in these next? I say not with next 3 months. How long school year is left? We got like another
We got a
like
long.
six
Well, right
months.
now we in the final quarter of the year. We in the first semester of school.
So
So,
let's say the rest of the year. Like, what are three things you're looking forward to accomplish, or just even experience in these from now to like the end of the year?
I want to see leaders be leaders. I want to see people adapt to the world that the youth are living in. Like, it's their time, right? So,
Yeah.
yes, I can come with my flavor from my era, but I also have to accept and adjust to what's going on in your time
Yeah.
and embrace that and learn from that, right?
Yeah.
So it's not about just like, oh, what's the latest lingo, but what's the context behind it? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's like my
What's going
heart.
on?
My heart and beloved is the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So we can't just, my heart sounds a little more whatever you want to say, right? I don't
Yeah.
want to label it, but beloved is the same thing,
Yeah.
right? So
Same
we
thing.
said beloved, they say my heart. It's the
Yeah.
same thing, right? So when you look at it as we're more similar than we are different,
Yeah.
I feel like there's more unity. So
Definitely.
I want to see leaders be leaders. I want to see more unity, and I just want to see people embrace the full package, man. The youth of the future. So that's the parents, the teachers, the neighbors, everybody. Everybody plays a role in that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The village got to be the village no matter
Yeah.
what. And you can't stop being the village regardless of what society or the internet may tell you. Oh, you can't talk to nobody's kids. It's how you talk to somebody's kid.
Yeah.
Not that you can't. You just can't bark on them and go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah. Find the platform, find the space of how to talk to that child.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, and be consistent too.
Yeah.
Don't be the crash out, right? The
Yeah.
random crash out, right? Like, find the space of how to talk to that child.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll be receptive to you.
And how do you find that, or how do you create that space to talk to a child? Right now, I know that you're very relatable to the kids. You cool, you know what I mean? The kids relate to
Right.
you. But how do you find that space? And then who do you go to? Because if they need you, who you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
how do you get?
So for me, a lot of it is paying attention, right? So it's like we did a little partnership with Starbucks, right? A teacher says, "Why not Dunkin' Donuts?" Well, that's what you like, right? So for me observing, for me seeing them walking to school every day, they jacking Starbucks,
Yeah.
right? So why would I overimpose myself and my will and what I want when I
Yeah.
clearly see what you want, right?
Yeah.
I'm not here to convince you that green is not green,
Yeah.
right? If you showing me green, then let's go with green,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
So that goes back to embracing the youth, where
Yeah.
they are and where they stand.
Yeah.
And where I go lately, I've been trying to move with people that are moving in their faith as well,
Yeah.
right? So if we can have those conversations about prayer and send each other's wholesome stuff and uplifting stuff, and that's what I'm trying to be around, bro. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be around anything that is on the other side of the frequency that's no
Yeah.
longer serving me.
Yeah. And do you find that, like, as you climb right to where you going, do you sense resistance, and how much? Of course you do, right? Do you see a big presence in resistance in you trying to be progressive or
Yeah, for
being
sure.
progressive, I should say?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of industries, not just education, not just content, but almost every industry has dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
They come from the land that they come from. They got what they got going on, and they're not really trying to adjust to the times of today. So gatekeeping and backdooring is a thing. Like
Yeah.
not everybody's trying to create the platform for everybody to eat and win. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And it sucks.
Yeah. And where do you see
Got
this
last
going
one.
though? Like, yeah, one more. My last question is like, yo, how you feel about AI and how you could use it to implement either as an educator or just as a leader?
So right now, I'm in the process of creating a behavioral plan for different children in different situations. So I think it helps with the questions that you could ask it and getting different insight and perspective on how to create these plans. Because the thing is that everybody has, well, what you should be doing, but how are we going to help you do that, right?
Yeah.
So having a strategic plan in place of how we going to help you do that matters,
Yeah.
right? As opposed to just like, well, get off the block
Yeah.
and then what, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin Riley, right? He's enhancing and investing in after school programs, right? That's super intentional. Why? Because an idle mind is the devil's playground, right? So as long as we keep it busy, but we also being intentional
Yeah.
with the programs that we rolling out, not just basketball, but what's up with swimming. Like
Yeah.
we should have more pools. Y'all got bread. Like let's spend it. Let's be intentional with our budget and our spending, right?
Yeah.
So that goes with pools, ping pong, paddleball. What's that new? It looks
Pickleball?
like there you go,
Pickleball.
pickleball.
Yeah,
Like let's
pickleball
bring
is
that.
it.
Come on, like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see it at the YMCA,
Yeah.
not
Everybody
far
like
from here.
pickleball.
Everybody
Yeah.
jacking that. So
Yeah.
let's learn, let's expose, let's bring the experts. The experts also got to teach too.
Yeah.
A lot of people become great at things and try to hold on to the
Yeah.
info, not
Yeah.
knowing that it could be a 7-year-old that could put you on to something new, right? It's not
Yeah.
even the person that you feel is coming from your job. We can learn
Exactly.
from anybody, from
Yeah.
any walk of life.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, I appreciate you, man.
Nah,
Let's
absolutely,
get
man.
in
Let's get to it, man. I
this
appreciate
panel.
you.
My dog.